All right, so the drama continues. For anyone that hasn't seen my other 2 videos on this topic, I will link them down below in the description in the comments. The quickest way that I could recap it is a Twitch streamer by the name of Plaqueboymax had some issues at an Airbnb with Lil Tjay and Fivio Foreign because he didn't want them to smoke. They continued to smoke, they left, and all this drama has came from it. But Fivio Foreign did finally respond. And I saw it yesterday, but I didn't think that it was worth a video because I only saw 1 clip at the time. So I retweeted it and said, hey, this is cool. It looks like he's just joking about it, saying he should have got an Airbnb in Jersey and I might have followed the rules. In Brooklyn, it's house rules, which I thought was him joking. And then he said, I F with Max, I'm going to chop it up with him. So I was like, you know, I'm going to leave it alone. I think he handled it way better than Lil Tjay did. But then more clips came out and then he sent a tweet. And so here we are. We're going to talk about it. But this was the first clip that I saw where he had called into No Jumper.
Like studio session. Because he's a weed addict. Nah, man, Fivio ain't no addict, man. Come on, Fivio, better than that, man.
Wait, what happened?
Bro, listen, bro. Plaqueboy was in the Airbnb and said, hey, bro, y'all can't smoke here, man. And Fivio said, I'm gone.
I should have did an Airbnb not in Brooklyn.
Damn.
An Airbnb in New Jersey.
For sure. All right, yo, I'm gonna hit you up.
I probably would have like respected the rules if he was in New Jersey or something.
Why?
Not the set though.
All right, yo.
Man, he in Brooklyn, it's house rules.
Yeah.
Nah, I f him though. I f him though. I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call that. Chop it up with him. I don't think he was feeling away like that, but you know, smoking weed, that's like I'm gonna just dip off. I was leaving anyway.
Yeah,
it seemed like that on the clips.
That shit is like the most viral clip of the day. I've seen that on like 1,000 pages. I'm like, why is it social media still showing me this shit over and over?
Yo, that shit going to the movies.
And like I said, I thought he was joking. It didn't sound like he was serious about like, yo, if he was in Jersey, I might have respected the rules. But in Brooklyn, is house rules. Like, it just seemed like he was joking, trolling a little bit, and then said that he F with Max. So I'm like, yo, it's all good. And I don't know if he continued to get hate or what it was that suddenly made him talk about it more. But then he dropped this nearly indecipherable video where he has a part 1 and part 2. And I don't even know why it's split in 2 parts because it barely even connects. And half of the story, even though he was there, isn't that accurate. But this was that clip.
I wasn't even going to really like address this shit for real. But I feel like it wouldn't be fair. Cause I can't let Max do this shit. I can't let Max do this shit. So let's start. I walks in the B&B. You know the fucked up part about it is, y'all only watch the clips that come out. When we walked in the B&B, when I walked in with Tjay, the first thing Max said to Tjay was, the first stream I've ever watched was you and Aiden Ross. I swear to God, go rewatch it. I swear to God, they was cool. Everybody was cool with each other. They played the song me and 41 of them just made. We did a dance. We busted a dance to it. I ain't even know it was no weird vibes or nothing. I guess the chat must have said something to Max or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he was like, yo, you know, I'm gonna have to end the stream. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so this is part 2, right? Let me let y'all know before we get to the blunt situation, how shit was going. And one of the things I seen a lot was I ain't dapped a nigga when I was leaving. First of all, y'all don't even really know the type of tension that was there. So I'm trying to get out. I know my power and I know, you know, what, you know what I'm saying, my strength, right? So I'm trying to disqualify all situations because I with the Max, nigga. I would have never came to the stream if I didn't. So I'm like trying to think about the fastest way out the door. I'm not thinking about giving nobody a pound. I just gave everybody pounds when I left the first time. I just came back. I just left the first time. So don't take the pound as you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking my mind is somewhere else. Like, let's all leave, because is saying don't smoke, the niggas that like to smoke, and, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want nobody to feel disrespected, all parties. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we out.
Now, it sounds like his energy has changed some, because in the beginning, he's like, I didn't want to do this, but I can't let Max do what he's doing, or like making it seem like Max is spinning everything on them, when in reality, Max has still been respectful of them. All he said was, if you can't respect me, I can't have you over to the crib. there's nothing wrong with that. That's just normal life shit. But Fivio tries to explain in the most detached, hard to understand way that I've ever heard in my life. And he's not wrong about everything that he said. Like Max did say the first stream he ever watched was Aiden Ross and Lil Tjay. But that doesn't change the fact that he has a rule. Like just because he watched him on a stream doesn't mean that he suddenly can come over to his house and just do whatever he wants. That's not the way that shit works. So I don't even know why that was brought up. And then he talks about all this tension, which I think I have figured out what that might have been from, because apparently Bass Swag, who was sitting next to Max, has issues with Lil Tjay, which I would have never known because he got up and dapped Tjay up and everything seemed cool. And then at the end, I think Tjay even dapped him up.
I know the nigga with pink dreads getting angry. Shut your sassy ass up.
It's in the back. Can you show them? Are they different?
Either way, even if they did have problems, I just don't see what that has to do with the fact that you're smoking in an Airbnb when you're being asked not to smoke. Now, aside from this Fivio Foreign part 1, part 2 weird story that he told, he did end up tweeting. And it seems like he's completely switched sides from I F with Max to now I'm going to throw shots at him. So bear with me because the tweet barely makes sense, but he says, but anyway, LA is on fire and you're worried and Airbnb. Thankfully, a lot of us have the ability to deduce what someone means, even though they're not really capable of creating a sentence. And it sounds like he's trying to say, you should be worried about the LA fires. Why are you worried about us smoking in an Airbnb? And I think what's funny when people say shit like this, because they really feel like they got one off. People seem to think that you can't care about multiple things at once. Like, yeah, I'm sure he was worried about the fires in LA, but that doesn't change the fact that he is paying for an Airbnb where he's holding a stream and he doesn't want that to get interrupted because that's his job. Both things can be true. Like, you can care about one thing and care about another. To me, I think the best way to put it is like, well, we shouldn't worry about thieves and people that rob others because people get murdered. So it's like, you should be worried about the murder. Don't worry about us stealing shit. Like, that just doesn't make any logical sense at all. But for some reason, people use that and think that they really said some shit. Regardless, I came across a lot of funny shit that I want to pop up on the screen really quick. So apparently, from everything I can tell, Fivio Foreign might be below a 2nd grade level of intelligence. He can't spell Houston. He can't spell Miami. He don't know how to spell Jewish people. Like, he is struggling in life. And then there's this other tweet from 2022 that says, y'all better stay vitamin C'd up because my immune sister strong as F. And that shut caught me. And at first I thought this was trolling, but if you go through his Twitter, this is a normal occurrence. This man not only can't spell, but he could barely form a sentence. I don't know where he came from, and I feel bad if he didn't get education. Maybe it wasn't really his choice, but holy shit, this man he's struggling with the English language. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. You may see another video up today because now Lil Tjay has also flip-flopped. So it's just weird because Fivio went from seeming like he was joking and saying I F with Max to now throwing shots at him. Lil Tjay went from I'm gonna slap Max to I would do a stream with him. And so I wanted to talk about that, but I figured it should just get its own video because it's a different person, same situation, but that way this video isn't going to be 20 minutes long. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys over there. Let me know what you thought about this one down below in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one, homies.